Hannah, and welcome back to another story time on my channel. So it's been quite a while since the last story time I did. I honestly can't even remember what the last story time I did was. So pretty much starting off the story, I am home alone. It's for well, I'm not home alone. My sister's home, which her name is Katie, if you didn't know. She's older than me. She's 3 years older than me. She's 18, turning 19 this year. Anyway, so we're home alone because our parents, mum and dad, are on a holiday for 5 nights down at Perth. Well, across at Perth? Because I'm in New South Wales and then WA is on the opposite side. What about, is it the Obsidian I keep gushing in? Oh, that's so random. But yeah, so they're on a 5-day holiday, and this was the day they left. So this is the night they left. So they left around 5 a.m. and it's about, what time would it be? It's around 7 o'clock at night, and I'm just in my room, you know. I think I was editing because I just finished recording and I was editing. No, I think it was around like 7:30. I'm not too sure, but I know it was 7 something. So I'm casually editing, and my sister is out in the living room. She's watching something on her computer. Are you serious? So she's just watching a movie on her computer, and I'm just in my room editing, you know, doing what I do. And she scares the living daylight out of me because she comes running in my room, and she's like sweating, and I don't know. It's just, it was just, she was like, I have never seen someone so scared in my life. And I can't remember exactly what she said to me, but she's like, holy crap, I'm so scared. And I was like, why? And then she goes, I just heard the biggest bang ever. And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, it's literally sounded like a car going into our back gate. So in the city / town that I live in, the houses are really close together. So with that, we have laneways, and I don't know if you've ever heard of a laneway before, but it's pretty much, oh my god, I'm sick of this. I'm so sick of this. It's pretty much a lane way. It's a lane of like mini road where all the houses' garages connect. So everyone's garage connects to this one road out the back of the house instead of the front, which is usually what happens. So a car can easily, or someone, a car, anything could easily just run into our back gate. And our back gate is metal, and it's kind of a, you know, that hollow sound that like thin metal gates make. She said it sounded like that, like just like a huge bang of something going into our back gate. And I'm like, okay. And then she's like, Reggie started barking and he wouldn't stop, and he keeps looking outside. And mind you, we have a very small backyard, but we have a veranda / deck / I don't know what you would call it. But it's a deck. That's what us people, us Aussies in Australia call it. And it's, you know, it's, yeah. And then there's a downstairs area where it connects to like the backyard, the garden, the grass, and the garage. Oh my gosh, I'm so sick of this. So that's how she described it to be, like a car just full speed going into our back gate. And I was like, okay, what do you want me to do about it? And we kind of just sat out in the lounge room for about half an hour stressing out. Like, I've never seen Katie so scared in my life. I wasn't as scared, but I was at the same time because Reggie, my dog, you've seen Reggie, right? He was in my 3K Q&A, so go watch that if you want to see my dog. But yeah, I've never seen Katie so scared in my life, and I was pretty scared, but not as scared as she was. If I heard the bang, I reckon I would be as scared. But I have noise cancelling headphones, so I didn't really hear them. Like, I didn't hear anything because of how good these headphones are. So continuing on with the story, I was really curious to see if there was any damage done on the back gate, and I didn't want to go out there. There's no way I was going to go outside like in the dark to check out this thing where we are thinking that there is someone in our backyard. Like, we truly thought that there was someone out there. Because you can't see, it's pitch black, you can't see the backyard. All you can see is the deck out the window. And I'm curious. I'm like, if I heard the bang, I would have not checked at all. But I was really curious to find out what the hell was going on and to see if there was anyone actually out there. So the brave self I am, I grab a knife. Katie stays inside. Funny that I'm the younger sister and I was the one that went investigating. But yeah. So I grab a knife, like the biggest knife we have in our kitchen, and pretty much Katie's room is not so much connected to the house. It's like a little granny flat kind of, and it's connected to the deck. It's only like 5 meters from our house, but it's connected to the deck still, so you can just easily walk out there. And her room has a window. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go in your room and look through the window. So I get my little flashlight and my knife and I go out there, and I'm scared that there's someone in her room, but there wasn't. So that's all good. So I look out the back window, and you know what the first thing I saw? I saw a tree, but behind the tree there wasn't a person. I couldn't even see the gate. I couldn't see the gate. It was just it's so dark. But one thing that I could see was our sensor light turned on. So if you don't know what a sensor light is, it's pretty much a light, and when you walk under it or when you walk near it, it turns on. And that's the only way it can turn on. There's no switch for it. It's a sensor light. It only turns on by sensor, by like a moving object. And I saw that was on, and I just go, oh my God. Like, I start getting scared by this point, because it seems like there's someone in our backyard by this sensor light being on, and it really scared me because it's a really low range as well. Like, you have to be like right next to it for it to turn on. So I was scared. I was like, Katie, a sensor light's on, and then she actually like pees her pants, and I'm just there like, okay, go back inside, lock all the doors. And about 20 minutes later, we spoke to our next door neighbor. He is a single man. He just lives next door. You know, he's a great bloke. And we were like, man, can you please go check out the back and see if there's someone in our backyard? Like, we're scared. Like, I was really scared by that point when I saw the sensor light was on. It actually, I couldn't handle it. I could not handle it. Like, Katie was nearly in tears, and I'm just here like, my heart is racing. And he goes out and checks, and about 10 minutes later he messages back, and he said that he saw nothing, and he didn't hear the bang, so everything seems fine. But for the rest of the night, we're really scared. But that's pretty much what happened. But there's more to the story, I guess. The night after, my sister was working, and seeing as she was working pretty late, I think she was working to about 7, and seeing as it's not daylight savings anymore, I don't know if you know what daylight savings is, but it pretty much gives us an extra hour of the day, so an extra light of day, an extra hour of the sun being out, I guess. Seeing as daylight savings ended, it's dark at 7, and Katie was finishing at 7, and I was going out to dinner for my best friend's birthday. So I was kind of just getting ready, you know, all that, and it's about 6 p.m. and it's dark. Like, the sun's gone down, the moon's out, you know, it's pretty dark. And I'm in the kitchen, and then I walk past the very back window. The back window is very big. Like, there's no curtains on it. It's just this big open window. And I can see the sensor light on. Like, I from that point, from that standing position, I could see the sensor light was on again. And I'm home alone. Like, so I was very scared. Especially that Katie wasn't there and I'm just home alone and my dog is barking. Like, he only barks when he feels threatened. Only ever barks when he feels threatened or when he sees something or when he hears something. And my dog was barking and I was freaking out. Like, my heart was pounding and I tried to look out and I couldn't see anything. It was so dark. And I walked past it again about 5 minutes later and the sensor light was off. So I was like, oh, phew, okay, it must have just been, I don't know, like, I don't know what it was, maybe like a bird, I don't know. I kind of just brushed it off my shoulder even though I was really scared. And about 5 minutes later, I was just in the kitchen, like sitting on the couch, you know, I got up again, walked past the window and it was on again. It didn't switch on in front of me, but it was on again. And I was like, hell no. How is this continuously turning on? It was freaking me out so much. I thought I was going to die, honestly. Once I saw it on again, I grabbed a pair of scissors. It was probably the scaredest I've ever been in my life. I've never been so scared in my life. And that's a pretty big achievement because I cry when I'm on an airplane. Like, planes are my biggest fear, if you didn't know that. But this was more scary than that. I wasn't crying, but I was scared. Like, I was genuinely really scared and I was ready to call the cops because I was home alone. There was no way I was going to die today. So I am in heels and I'm in my dress and I'm all ready and I run to my room because my room is at the front of the house when the kitchen and all that, the living room is at the back of the house. So I piss bolt down the... Are you serious? I piss bolt, like run so fast down, even in heels, yes. Please applaud me for that. I run down the hallway and as I'm running, my dog is following me, like he's running after me. And all I hear is a knock. Like there was a knock. And I tried to brush it off my shoulder. I was like, okay, that was probably my dog's paws. But at first, I thought it was someone knocking on the door. Like, I even thought it was someone knocking on the back door because it was behind me and I didn't turn around. There was no way after hearing that knock was I going to turn around. And if there was someone there, like, oh my gosh, I just wouldn't know what to do. So I didn't turn around, but I heard it. It was loud, but not really loud, not obnoxiously loud, like a bang. It was like a knock. And I didn't know if it was my dog's feet against the wood, but Reggie isn't that heavy. He's a small dog and his paws, like, they don't make any sound. So I was freaking out and I was just waiting for my friend to get here to pick me up to go to dinner. I was like, there is no way I can be in this house any longer. Like, I just couldn't do it. And then she finally came and picked me up and that was the end of the story. So I don't know what that knocking was. I don't know anything. I don't know why the sensor light was turning on. It's such a mystery and I don't know what the goal is. But that's pretty much all the story has to it. So I hope you guys did enjoy this episode of Storytime. If you did, don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up. Become a Joey today by clicking that subscribe button and leave a super sweet comment down below. And I'll be seeing you all in my next video. Bye!